Alright, so I'm here with Katie today to find out what exactly happened at the protest earlier today. From the footage you guys will be seeing, it was a big surprise for everybody. The protesters were unfortunately a lot less organized than we would have liked, and contrary to that, the police were there in full force, seemed exactly to know what they were doing, and on top of that, with the snowstorm, everything just got out of hand, and so she's here to explain a little bit and elaborate as to what went on earlier today.
Well, I think we saw that the police were really prepared and really organized for the event. We haven't had a large manif in a few months now, I guess. So everyone was really rested, it seemed, including the police. When we showed up, there wasn't a lot of organization or structure in what we were doing, and the plan wasn't very clear. So I think with that came huge disorganization amongst us, and then on top of that, kind of a way for the police to get in and mess up our plans that we did have. I think in that part of Montreal, it's really hard to march or to have manifs or to have demonstrations because of the hills, and learning to use those to your advantage is always good in my opinion, but I think that we didn't do that. So by the time we got up to where we were supposed to be going, we were disgrouped, separated, tired, out of breath, distracted, not there anymore, no energy. We got there and all the doors were locked, go figure, and instead of having a plan for that, it seemed like we were all just kind of standing around. Riot cops came in and blocked the way to the windows. We were kind of knocking a little. And snowball fights, laughter, fun, cable adapt. So we tried to march again around, I'm not really sure where we were going. Walked around a whole bunch, completely disorganized. Police were there, police were present. I think the more we walked without knowing really where we were going, the more that tension built between us and the police, which is never good. And then riot cops came in with shields. We still had the other half of the group coming in, so we were completely separate from everyone. Some of us had ran, some of us had walked, so the group was really stretched out over a long space. So by the time that group had come in to reinforce us on whatever we were planning on doing, the police had come in and cut the group off, so we were dispersed in half. At that point, we were chased a little bit up the hill, dispersed again in that group in half, chased some more, and at this point I think people were, we were in such a bad spot, it was all uphill, and with the snow and the ice, I think people were just trying to figure out an exit for safety, so we lost numbers that way. So I think tomorrow we're supposed to have sun, which is good, so visibility will be better, but it's just talking, communicating, seeing. I think that was a huge influence on what happened today, is that you couldn't see what was happening.
No, I think it's very funny that they renamed the group, right? Because it was Salon, leur, and because of all the bad press, they renamed it Salon, Ressources Naturelles. But I mean, I don't think it's fooling anybody. So
same thing. I think that for people who are watching who support it economically or whatever you use to justify it, you need to look at places like Alberta, where this happened, where it was the same idea, like the same publicity, the same, oh, we have to support it because, and I mean, if you go into Fort Mac, I think like a jug of milk is like $20. Like the price of living gets boosted, communities get outed, pollution,
small businesses,
air, it really destroys what you have left of your home. And people don't realize the amount of destruction that this will cause.
No, because this is the economic model that they've created in Quebec is basically following Alberta's, and we already know that doesn't work.
Extremely doesn't work.
They called the Plan Noir like it will be the second biggest industrial project in Canada after the tar sands. So
it's scary.
Red flags, you know.
Everywhere. We're not gonna have a glorious win every time, but that being said, we can still fight against it and still resist to it. That's the point of what we do, right?
Exactly.
Resistance.
Hopefully tomorrow it'll go a lot better. So yeah, it's announced for 9 o'clock at the Palais des Congres, right?
Yep.
Okay. Be there.